My name is Sally Myers, and I am the founder of the Perris and Menifee Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you here today. Thank you so much. We are going to have a wonderful about hour and 20 minutes of just great fellowship, meeting all of our wonderful students and families, and by the time you leave today, you'll know everybody in the room. You're going to have a whole new group of friends. So that'll be exciting. If you could all please stand, and we're going to ask Pastor Ted Norton to come forward, and he's going to pray for us. And our Pledge of Allegiance today will be led by Mayor Darrell Bush from the city of Perris. Pastor Ted is trying to come forward. I'm going to have to give you a 5-minute warning next time. This is Pastor Ted.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we not only just thank you for a beautiful day and for the winter that we've had. Father, we are just grateful for these students that have worked hard, who've used their time and opportunities wisely. Lord, we would ask you, Father, that as they have used this knowledge to achieve, Lord, that they would continue to use this knowledge to live lives that are useful to their communities and lives that are pleasing to you. We'd ask, Father, that you would just continue to bless them. Lord, your Bible says that a person who comes to your word and memorizes it becomes wiser than all their teachers, in order that they might take that admonition and seek you out. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Here, stay here with me. Everyone join me in saluting our flag. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, and then make room for Pastor Ted back over there. Our program in Perris Our Student of the Month program in Perris is actually celebrating 16 years. So we began in 1998, and it's very exciting to know that our community has supporting our young students for that many years. And our program actually began 22 years ago in Temecula, and we also have a program in Murrieta, and one in Lake Elsinore, and then Perris Menifee. So there are 4 of these that we actually get to enjoy each month in each of those respective communities. And I will tell you that in the 22 years, there's not one program that's been the same. Each program is touching, each program is significant and meaningful, and our students, and I'm looking at all of you right now and our families that have been coming for all these years, have so much heart and so much to contribute that we really consider it an honor and a privilege to be able to be here, to be able to meet you and hear your story. So I want to welcome all of you. Our mission statement is the same that it has been for 22 years, and I think the mission statement is important for me to share with you because it really is the basis by which your daughters have been, and I'm looking at all girls today. I was going to say sons and daughters, but we have all young ladies today. Wow. So by which all of our young ladies have been selected. And the mission statement is that we are a nonprofit, we are a local recognition program. We're honoring outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character, for their integrity, for their love of learning, for how they juggle, whether it be community activities, school activities, athletics, all the things that you ladies do, or how you have persevered through challenging life circumstances, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and free enterprise. That's what we are about. And our students, and I know our young ladies today, were selected because they make a difference. And the word I'm going to use again is significant difference. And you have a heart to be able to reach out and to serve others, and your staff on your campus recognizes you for this. So we're going to hear about you today. So we're going to save your stories for just a little bit. I'd now like to introduce our two president and CEOs of our Chambers of Commerce, and representing the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce is Dorothy Wallens, our CEO. If you want to come forward, Dorothy, as well as Alma Martinez, our CEO of the Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce. And these two ladies are going to share a little bit. Got your little certificate right there. Thank you.
Kimberly, Carla, Shanice, and Julie, on behalf of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, we want to congratulate you. We are very impressed with your progress so far. So with the theme of Valentine's Day in my heart and love in the air, I want to say, find something that you love to do and then come back and do it in our communities. From the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Perris Chamber of Commerce, you will be receiving this beautifully gold certificate. There's no chocolate under it, but it is by far the best certificate you'll be receiving today.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of the Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce, we would like to congratulate you and your families, not only for this, successful event, but for all those that are to come. Let this be one of your many days or events or accolades to, for your future. Let this be a step to your next level, okay? And everything is possible in this world. Never allow anyone to say no to you. Say yes, okay? So on behalf of the Chamber, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to introduce our students to everyone today. And from Perris High School, first our principal is Nick Hilton. So Nick, if you want to please stand. And then our young student from your school is Kimberly Sue Igmacheri. And so if you could please stand, and all your guests with you today stand as well. Thank you. From Heritage High School, our principal is Julie Zerold, and our young lady is Carla Gracel Ortiz, and all of your family and friends, please. And we have a future student of the month in the room, I see. Yes. From Perris Lake High School, and today we have with us Cheryl. I'm also I'm not. Your name's on the tip of my tongue because I'm.
Talisa Sullivan.
Yes, Talisa Sullivan, and our young student is Shanice Des Moines Hayes, and all of your family and guests, please stand. Thank you. And from Paloma Valley High School, our principal Don Williamson, and our student is Julie Fan, and all of your family and guests, please. That is great. Thank you. Thank you is something that we really like to do at Student of the Month, and so I want to take a few minutes and thank all of our volunteers because they are the ones that bring this program to you each month, and they do it flawlessly. So I'd like to introduce our chairs. If you ladies would please stand. Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico from the Perris Union High School District. They're in the back right over here. They literally do everything. Okay, they are amazing. And our accountant is Kim Garcia, and she's not here today, but I greatly appreciate her. And I'd also like to thank a couple of special folks that really do some outstanding work for our program, and that is Dr. Jonathan Greenberg. He is our MC whenever I am absent or on a business trip. So Dr. Greenberg, thank you for always standing in. We appreciate that very much. And of course, Mayor Darrell. Give a round of applause. As well as Mayor Darrell Bush. I like to call him sort of our development guru guy because he's always bringing in new sponsors and talking to different business people that are coming into the Perris area, so we always appreciate all that you do for us, as well as Dorothy Wallens because she does that for us for Menifee. So between those two, we're always having new people learn about our program, so thank you all very much. Appreciate that. And I always like to thank Miss Mary. She is our server from Sizzler, and she does a very nice job, so we always want to thank Mary. and she will be bringing in our food shortly. I'd like to introduce all of our breakfast sponsors, and if you take your program that Sarah and Lori have put together for you, and if you open it up on the inside, you'll actually see a listing of all of our sponsors. There are a lot of people involved in bringing this program to you every single month, and so it's important to always say thank you. So as our students and our families, as you are driving around Perris and Menifee and even some of the other communities in Murrieta and Temecula that provide gifts, when you go into their businesses, say thank you to them and let them know how much you appreciate that they sponsor the Student of the Month program. And so I'd like to introduce all of our lunch sponsors to you that are here today. And we have Altura Credit Union with Karina Chum. So Karina, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And for those of you that may not know, but Karina has started the Student of the Month program in Hemet and San Jacinto. So she kicked off her program in September, and I know that Virginia, you're one of her sponsors as well, so you've been attending, and I had the opportunity to come in, was it January? It was December. Oh my goodness. My mind is getting very forgetful. And it was lovely. Karina's the MC. She does an amazing job. So Karina, kudos to what you're doing in that community. So thank you very much for that. Yes. And of course we have Eric Kroenke with Ashley Kroenke Inc. Thank you very much, Eric. And Virginia Figueredo with Bank of Hemet. So thank you, Miss Virginia. And from the city of Menifee, our Mayor Scott Mann. So thank you very much. From the city of Perris, we have our Mayor Daryl Bush. And our council member Mark Yarborough is with us today. So thank you very much. As well as Judy Honey from the city of Perris. So thank you, Judy. County Supervisor Marion Ashley, and he is being represented by a dear gentleman that I know that's a very good friend in Temecula, Dr. Jay Hoffman. So thank you very much. We go back years, and so Jay, it's always nice to be able to see you in the various communities that you're so active in. So thank you very much. Nicole Moore with CR&R. Thank you, Ms. Nicole. And International Autocrafters, we're really excited to have Annie Petrelli with us today. So with Annie, thank you very much. And Lowe's, the Perris Regional Distribution Center, we have Cynthia Vasquez. So thank you, Cynthia. And from the Perris Union High School District, we have our superintendent, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg. Thank you very much. And you have met Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico. So appreciate you ladies. And we also have with us today Steve Swartz. So raise your hands high, Steve Swartz. And let's see, we also have some of our board members, but I know you're going to introduce them, Dr. Greenberg, so I'll save that special privilege and pleasure for you. And we also have Grant. So Grant, it's good to see you here as well. Thank you so much. And from the... And where's Miss Tanya? Did I see her? There you are, Tanya. Yes, we have Tanya. Thank you so much. It's good to have you here. And from the Rotary Club of Perris, we have Mike Brennans. And anyone else from the Rotary Club of Perris, please raise your hand high today. Lots of Rotarians. Outstanding. From Vistara Credit Union, we have Maria Camparas. Thank you. So thank you all for being here, really appreciate it. And I would now like to introduce all of our scholarship donors. And the scholarship program is very important to all of our students and families because the scholarship is a very generous part of what the community does for us. And we have a number of sponsors, and you will, in about a month and a half, Sarah and Lori will provide these scholarship applications to your school sites. They will be competitive, so you will be competing against the other students a month from your school site, all right? And then we will come back to a special dinner, which I'll tell a little bit about at the very end. And the scholarship applications, you'll have about a month or month and a half, somewhere along that time, I think, Sarah, to be able to complete them. There's a couple of essay questions. You're going to tell us about your grades and things that you do on campus, why the scholarship would be beneficial to you, and then it will be competitively judged by various members of the Chambers of Commerce and the community. And then those names will be announced to your school, and so will be really excited to see who those students are, and we hope they're going to be all you girls. But I'd like to introduce, I'm not, no.
Yeah, biased.
No, I'm not at all. But I'd like to introduce our scholarship donors to you. We have Fred Good and Associates. We have International Auto Crafters, and you've met Annie with us today. We have the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, so thank you, Dorothy, and all the different businesses that gathered together to provide that scholarship, as well as Perris Plaza and the Cordures Limited Family Partnership. The PUMA, which is the Paris Union Management Association, the Rotary Club of Menifee, Star Milling, and WLC Architects. So those are all of our scholarship sponsors. And right now our scholarship is close to $1,700 per student. So moms and dads, that's a pretty nice chunk of change, wouldn't you say, to help out with college? So let's give them a great round of applause. We have some very generous Student of the Year gift sponsors. So when you're Student of the Year, not only do you get great scholarships, but we have all these gifts, extra gifts that come in for you. And one will be a special gift from Sweetest Speed and Champion Towing, which was from Mark Yarborough, one of our city council members represented here today. And we also have Costco in Lake Elsinore, and then you're going to get some neat little shoes called Fold Flops from a dear friend of mine, Mary Kaiser, and all kinds of other goodies that will just start flowing in. I'd now like to introduce all of our dignitaries that are here today, and it is really exciting to know that they come faithfully to our program each month, and they share a few words of wisdom with each of you. So as I call them forward, they're going to speak in this order. From the city of Perris, our Mayor Darrell Bush. From the city of Menifee, our Mayor Scott Mann. From Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, please welcome Cameron McGinnis. And so Cameron, you'll be speaking as well. And the certificates are right over here. From Assemblyman Jose Medina's office, Lachey Rodriguez. From Senator Richard Ross, Altie Holcomb. From the Riverside County Office of Education, we'll have our superintendent speak as well. And concluding our remarks will be our superintendent, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg, from the Paris Union High School District. Thank you.
Sally,
Yeah.
before we can start, don't you want Mary and Ashley's Jay Hoffman?
Yes, did I miss him? Oh, I did. And Jay Hoffman, I missed you, so thank you very much, Dr. Greenberg. So representing County Supervisor Marion Ashley, Dr. Jay Hoffman, and Jay, you will speak after Assemblyman Jose Medina's office.
This one. Good afternoon. I want to congratulate each of the students and also their families, because I always believe that the families, they don't do the work, they don't do everything, but the families help them get to where they need to do. Sometimes it's a little strong encouragement, sometimes it's like Dorothy said, a love encouragement, and all those things work with the family helping you to get where you are today. So on behalf of the Perris City Council and everyone here, we want to congratulate you. Hope this is, like Dorothy said, just the beginning and a step forward in your life, which it obviously is. And so congratulations. Mr. Yarborough and I have been doing this for years, and we both make it whenever we can. So Mr. Yarborough is going to show our beautiful certificate.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon. This very nice certificate that you're going to receive, it's signed by the mayor and our city clerk. So this will look nice in a portfolio, and has already been shared with you. Two things: do something that you love, I tease my sister all the time about the great job that she has and the money she makes and how miserable she is at her job. And so I said, okay. So find something that you like, that you're good at, and it'll maintain your lifestyle, and you'll find a lot of happiness because it'll give you those opportunities to do what you want. And for myself, Perris High School graduate, I owe everything to my teachers, my family, everybody that supported me to, get me to where I am. I have 2 businesses here on the city council, and I never made student of the month. So ladies, the world is yours. You can do anything. So congratulations and enjoy your day.
Ladies, on behalf of the entire City Council and all the residents of Menifee, congratulations on your academic achievement. It's a high honor for me to be here. Each one of you will receive this nice certificate of achievement from the City of Menifee. And just a couple of words, Dr. Greenberg and I were, he's a UCLA guy, I'm a USC guy. Neither one of us made Student of the Month. Neither one of us got 4.0 GPAs, but you can still go to UCLA, still go to USC and do good things. Speaking of doing good things, when you go on to college or go on to do your life's work, never remember that character counts, and never give up your integrity for anybody. You're going to get pressures out there. You're going to get pressures in business. You're going to get pressures on the job. You're going to get pressures in school, in college. Don't cut corners. Do exactly the things that you've done to make yourselves academically successful here in high school. And when you're done with college, don't just go into the workforce. Go create a business, create jobs. America needs jobs. Menifee and the Perris Valley needs jobs. Come back, open up a business and repeat that business model like Sally does with her firm and several other folks in the room. I own my own business. I'm a retired Navy officer. I've done the corporate thing. I've done the public agency thing. My happiest time in my life is to be my own boss and create jobs, and I would encourage you, whatever your life's passion is, and I can't wait to hear what your stories are, come back to your community and create jobs for America. Thank you, and congrats.
Good afternoon. I'm Cameron McGinnis. I'm from the Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office. It's just such an honor to be in front of you guys today, honoring these great students here in the Valley, here in Perris and Menifee. It's just so great to be here. We get to honor all these people that are here, and not only here currently, but we can also see them in their future. Also be able to witness them and see what they're going to be doing in our valley later on in life. It's such an honor, and thank you guys.
Good afternoon. It truly is a pleasure to be here on behalf of Assembly Member Jose Medina. We have these wonderful certificates of recognition for all of the Student of the Months. We'd like to commend and to congratulate all the students for their hard work and their dedication, but more importantly to the parents, the family, the friends, and the faculty who harvest environment for the students to learn and to grow and to really, take a village to raise students. And so we like to commend and thank everybody for their hard work, and especially for the students to pursue academic success and, on to great things in life. And we just like to thank you and congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Supervisor Marion Ashley. Today is my 3rd day of part-time employment with Ms. Supervisor Ashley, so I know absolutely everything there is to know. Something my wife would say about me, probably. Anyway, it is a pleasure to be here. As in one of my former lives, I was a superintendent of schools in Nuevo, 38 years as a professional educator. I am a strong advocate for the kind of recognition that I am seeing occur here, because it is really a lifelong gift to be a well-educated citizen of this country, a lifelong gift. So I congratulate all of you. This is a copy of the certificate we have. Now, I know as soon as some of you leave the room, you'll be swapping certificates to see which ones are the most attractive to you. So we brought some white out. No. I apologize. Bad idea. Sally made me do it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Senator Roth sends his congratulations to each of today's honorees, and he further thanks the parents, family members, and many friends of today's awardees. Enjoy this moment because they don't come around all the time, and enjoy it especially because it is well deserved. Again, congratulations.
Dr. Hoffman is a retired superintendent, underlined retired, and so he forgot his other duty, which was to also give out the certificate for the Riverside County Office of Education. County Superintendent Ken Young could not be here, and Dr. Hoffman didn't share with you, but he is on the Board of Education for the Riverside County and represents the Temecula and Murrieta area where you and I live. And so, Dr. Hoffman, in spite of that, we're still going to give out this certificate, and it's you paid for the certificate, so here it goes. But again, on behalf of County Superintendent Ken Young, congratulations. Now, a couple other things. First of all, most importantly, I want to introduce the governing board members that are here today. I have governing board president, Mr. Bill Holstrom, right over there. And Vice President Joan Cooley. Thank you both for coming. Now, students, being Student of the Month is really a great achievement. Now, Mayor Mann said that I was not a 4.0. However, I graduated cum laude at UCLA, which would be the equivalent of summa cum laude at USC. I'd have been valedictorian there over at SC. But anyway, what I want to tell you about students is this is quite an accomplishment. We're very proud of you. But we also want you to know not only that you want to thank all of your parents and your teachers, those people that have been a foundation for your success, but also the people in this room, the businesses and the elected officials that came here to support you by supporting Student of the Month. Now, next to Sally Myers, you'll see these beautiful Bath and Body Works bags. Now, what if a boy had been selected as Student of the Month? I mean, was there a Big Five bag behind there or something?
No, it's still Bath and Body Works.
All right. So, got any of the boys that win, they just have to be in touch with their feminine side. Okay. All right. What I was trying to tell you, students, is these are what we call thank you notes. They're not archaic. They're really important things, and what we're going to do is provide you a list of all the businesses and sponsors that made this event come together, and we're going to ask you to write a thank you note, which means more than one sentence. You can't use any of the text lingo. You have to actually write out the words. Don't print it and then tape it in there. Actually, do that thing we call handwriting. And we really want you to thank the businesses who supported this event. And if you do that, and we're going to expect that you're going to do it, you're A students, you're then going to submit the envelopes to your principal. They'll send them out to us, and we'll be happy to pay for the postage. On behalf of the Perris Union High School District ladies, congratulations on your wonderful achievement. We're very proud of you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Greenberg. He does an incredible job. Now I'd like to make sure that I have all the attention over here on our gift table for these beautiful Bath and Body Works bags. And they are filled with all kinds of gifts. And again, if you open your program, you're going to see the entire inside right page, all gifts. Took a whole entire page to be able to promote and thank all of our gift sponsors, and we have several of them here today. We have Altura Credit Union. They've got some great cold cups from Miss Karina Chum, so thank you very much. We've got from the City of Menifee, We'll show you here this wonderful bag, and it's got a water bottle, a key ring, a pin, a city pin, and a magnet, all kinds of goodies. So thank you, Mr. Scott. We appreciate that from the city. From the city of Perris, this wonderful umbrella, which I might want to, do I know somebody in the city of Perris where I could get an umbrella? I like these. So that is awesome. And from Creative Printing, your thank you notes were actually printed by Creative Printing, and notice that they're also gold embossed. From International Auto Crafters, and we have Miss Annie with us today, there's this darling, and this really matches, there's a great theme going on here. Nice light lavender bags for all the girls. It's filled with, now understand, it's International Auto Crafters, okay? So you get an automobile accident kit, which is really quite nice to be able to carry in your car. And what I really, really like is this wonderful engraved plaque with your name on it. And then there's some great candy in there and some other goodies. So it's a wonderful gift from International Auto Crafters. You also have from, looks like Dr. Greenberg should have had you up here being Mr. Vanna. You have a wonderful Bible from New Life Fellowship. So Pastor Ted, thank you very much. We appreciate that. You're going to get some certificates from New York's Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt and Gelato. From Reflections Christian Fellowship, we have Pastor Don Meinberg, and I know that you always bring a little something for the students as well. So thank you. You're going to get a horseback riding lesson from Patty Roberts. She has a nonprofit organization called Save the Animals Today, so you'll enjoy that. From Vistera Credit Union, you have a flash drive. That is very important to be able to have. And from the Perris Union High School District, you're going to get some fun things like some movie tickets, of course the thank you cards and the postage, and a wonderful DVD, because you can see it's being videotaped today, and you will receive a DVD of the program for special memories for you and your family. So let's give all of our gift sponsors a great round of applause. That is awesome. We're now going to move into part of the program that you all have been waiting for, and that is the presentation of our students. I'm just going to give you a little bit of guidelines and how we're going to do it today. The order of the program is going to be according to the order of the front of this program. So we're going to begin with Perris High School, and we will conclude with Paloma Valley High School. And each school will come forward, and they'll stand around the microphone here, and we'll have the principal right in front of the mic and our mentor teacher on this side, and then right next to the principal in this position will be our student, and then the families. And so you don't want to lean up against the counter here, but you want to stand out here so everybody can see you. We're going to stay real close, almost like a huddle, like a half circle huddle, because we want everybody to be in the video. And Dr. Greenberg and Mayor Bush are going to make sure that if you're standing too far away, they're going to do hand signs, like those football hand signs. They're going to do hand signs so that you all will stay close together. And then if you're really far apart and you don't stay close together, then I will physically walk up and I will move your body to the right spot. Okay. So that's how important it is that you stand close together. All right. And the other thing is, notice the microphone, it moves up if you're tall, and it will move down if you're short. And you want to speak into the microphone, and you want to speak clearly so everybody can hear you, and the folks that are going to be watching this on Time Warner Cable Television, they're going to want to hear you too. Okay? So the way it will work, and the timeline is, our principal will have about a minute to open. And then the student, you will have 2.5 minutes to be able to share. And we have some great things that you're going to share about. I think you've already been prepped a little bit on what you're going to talk about, but I'm going to just refresh your memory. You're going to introduce your family and guests by name. You're going to introduce your mentor teacher. You're going to share a little bit about your college and career goals, and share a little bit about your current life on campus. And then we want you to answer one or more of the following questions. And they are, what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? What do you think is the most significant life lesson that you've learned that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question is share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you've overcome. And so when you start to share about any one of those questions, you want to preface it by saying an obstacle that I've overcome is, or the greatest life lesson, or I believe the greatest contribution in my life has been. So that way I won't have to say, did you answer your question? Because we'll know. Because we're going to make sure you don't sit down until we've heard all of this part about you, okay? And so with that, we are going to begin with Perris High School. And we are very excited to invite forward Nick Hilton. Okay, let's get y'all lined up here.
That'd be real tight.
Right here, right here. Yes. Does that look good?
Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone.
And smile.
And smile. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I introduce Kim to you all, I just want to take a moment and thank all of the sponsors and dignitaries. This is a phenomenal program, and I can't tell you how much we enjoy bringing our students to parade in front of you and talk about their accomplishments every month. Just to see the smile that's on their face that lasts for days and weeks, and every time I see them I think that they remember back to this day. And although it's probably pretty nerve-wracking being up here right now, it's once they get past it, it's something they look on with fondness. And so again, thank you very much. It is my pleasure to introduce Kim Cherry to you this afternoon. She is Perris High School's February Student of the Month. Kim is a student that really tries to do her best to help others. She will, in classrooms, she will go and help other students without having to be asked. She's one of those students that is always out there willing to lend a helping hand. Of course, she is also an academic excellent student. She's in the top 5% of the class. She is an advanced placement scholar. And she wants to be a biochemistry major in college, which is amazing. As soon as she said it on the way over here, I was cheering out in the street because we walk over from Perris High School, because biochemistry is my major. And so anytime I see someone going into that field, willing to take that on and knowing what's in store for them, I'm ecstatic. She's also involved in band, many of the other extracurricular activities, and just an all-around phenomenal student. So with that, I introduce to you Kim Cherry.
I got sick over the weekend, so I apologize for my voice. No, I did not do this on purpose, I promise. But hello everyone, my name is Kimberly Cherry. I am the Student of the Month for Perris High School. Today with me is my teacher mentor, Mrs. Savage, and my family representative, Mrs. Wild. After graduation, I plan on obtaining a bachelor degree in the sciences and transferring into medical school to become an emergency medicine physician. A fellow teacher also showed me an article that there's a shortage of physicians in the Inland Empire. And so in order to give back to the community, after becoming a physician, I want to work at a hospital within the Inland Empire to provide medical care for those who need it, because in my opinion it's unfair that people go to higher class places to work because of the money. My greatest contribution, whether in school or at home, is my devotion to help other people. As the oldest of 5 siblings, I obtained different perspectives on how to teach and how to take care for others. Using the found skills, I helped other students who struggle in academics or just personal life when they need advice or someone to talk to. With all the years that I've been in school, I learned the valuable lesson that we can't do everything alone. I learned that there is no shame in asking for help from peers, parents, or teachers. It's always available, and when in doubt, we need to start reaching for others rather than keeping to yourself. I really appreciate those who took time out of their schedules to come and support me and award to me Student of the Month. And I would like to also thank the sponsors for their support as well as the meal we are having right now. Thank you. I applied to many schools and I haven't really decided yet. I'm still researching into each one. At the moment, it's more of a financial decision rather than it is because I live in a family of 7. But I really want to go to UC San Diego. I'm sorry that I don't want to go to UCLA.
Too, because you're not going to graduate. You can always go to USC. No, just kidding.
Okay. I did.
That's it.
We're good? We're done?
Oh, your turn to speak.
What about a lesson learned? She had to go to school.
Oh, I did.
What would you do?
It's nice. No, it's to always ask for help when needed.
Great. Thank you.
Your turn.
Are we done? Oh, okay.
Change places.
Okay, we switch a room. You guys have changed the order and how we do things now, so it's a little mixed up. We're balanced in it. You got to go. Or shuffle. No, right there. Okay.
You are so good. I feel like a puppy.
It works. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this young lady who's standing here beside me. I first met her as a student in her sophomore year. She was in my chemistry class. And she immediately stood out from other students, not only with her inherent ability and academic success, but it was more so because of her kind heart. She's probably squirming right now, but the truth behind her satirical surface here is she's really a soft, squishy, kind-hearted person, and she loves to help others, and that was just what stood out to me. I have actually been nominating her since August, so I finally won. And even as I was answering the phone call to arrange for period subbing for luncheon today, she was behind me because I had another student at my desk who was whimpering about college and loans and grants and scholarships, and she was offering to share her list of contacts and ideas. And he was a junior, so she was consoling them that don't worry, you still have time to sort it out and get your act together. And I'm like, yes, listen to her, because that was what that particular student needed to hear. But she does everything. She has the usual over 4.0 GPA, a zillion AP classes. As Mr. Hilton mentioned, she is one of our AP scholars. She also plays the flute and has added piccolo to her repertoire for the band. But she also releases her creative spirit through otaku and manga. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Kimberly Cherry, and we all voted for her. Thank you. No, she's like, I don't have to. I'm good. We're good. We're good. You're good. Who's next? Yeah, it's you next.
Sorry.
You're,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I have to
No, she's, yeah.
He's a rookie.
I'm sorry.
It's not his fault.
So you have to speak and you have to stand right here.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Put the microphone down. I know, for short people.
I'm carrying it.
Kimberly is absolutely one of my most favorite students I've ever met. I've been a teacher and a librarian media specialist for 25 years, and I can honestly say she's one of my most favorite students. I'm here today representing her family, couldn't be here. She is my teacher's assistant. I've known her since she was a freshman from registration. She walked into the library where it's totally crazy, handing out textbooks, and she saw the need right there. You need some help. She immediately started pulling textbooks for us, starting what do I need to do. When she found out we needed more help, she'd go out and get her friends. They were in there. I have this whole group of friends now that come in every lunch I feed them lunch in the library. They are my most special kids that I've ever had. And I can honestly say I know she's going to be a success in everything she does. And thank you. Oh, and I'm Barbie Wild. I'm the library and media specialist at Perris High School.
And next, representing Heritage High School, Principal Julie Zero.
And the entire family is welcome up.
All right. It just makes us smile.
I do, it's so adorable.
It's so adorable.
All right, it's my pleasure today to introduce Carla Ortiz, our Student of the Month at Heritage High School. And I think what most people will say about Carla is her dedication to her academics, looking at her GPA and about her grades. You won't see many B's mixed in her GPA. She has over a 4.5 GPA this term. I think it's a 4.4 overall. So she's very dedicated to her academics. Just like our previous student, she's again one of those people that dedicates her heart and soul to those around her. She's preparing to go to the Dominican Republic next week to serve some underprivileged kids there and work with some students. With National Honor Society is another thing that she participates in. So she's just one of those people that gives to her community, to her classmates, encourages them to be their best. She also participates in band. So seeing some of these high school students, we sometimes wonder how they keep it together better than we do as adults. Sometimes they're so focused and driven to be successful that Carla is one of the epitome of students at Heritage High School for her dedication.
Hello, I'm Carla Ortiz. My mentor is Mrs. Martin, and here with me are my parents, Carlos Ortiz and Griselda Ortiz, and my two brothers, Camilo and Carlos. At school, I'm involved in the National Honor Society, academic decathlon, band, and robotics, which is actually where I met Mrs. Martin. She was actually my robotics mentor before she was my AP statistics teacher. I plan to study law at Harvard. Harvard's been my dream school for a very long time now. I have my feet on the ground. I accept the fact that there is a giant possibility that I won't get in, but nonetheless, I won't stop from pursuing my dream. One of the questions that I'm going to answer is, what do you think what is the biggest life lesson that you have learned from your surroundings, and what will you take to, and that you will take with you to college and life? Okay. The U.S. is home to many immigrants that come from all over the world. They come here to the United States of America, the land of the free, for the same reason, to pursue happiness. Many are willing to struggle through the challenges presented to them, even if it means risking their lives in order to reach a state of happiness. Happiness to which we have a right to, but are not guaranteed to have. I, coming from a family of immigrants myself, understand how difficult it may be to be in a country where customs and culture are different, where one must learn another language aside from one's native one to communicate. Aside from the language barrier my family's native language creates, Hispanic culture advocates that the typical role of a woman is to stay at home and care for her husband and children. Many times women don't continue with their education after they marry because they isolate themselves from the rest of the world to dedicate their time solely to their family. These old-fashioned beliefs that seem to have been created by a male chauvinist,
I like her. These beliefs are unrealistic because they make women seem inferior to men. As a Hispanic female, is that really the life that awaits me? A life in which I am a stay-at-home mother that spends the rest of her life nurturing her children and being at the service of her husband, depending on him in every sense. No one has the right to predetermine my future, and no one has the right to chop off my wings and in the process crush my hopes and dreams, and eventually kill my aspiration of ever being someone in life, of ever pursuing my own happiness. These old-fashioned beliefs have ingrained in me a sense of pride. They have taught me that there is no need for me to depend on anyone to sustain me economically, because I have the same rights as anybody else, and should therefore have the same opportunities and education in the workforce and in any other field that involves improving oneself. I am grateful for everything that my parents and family have offered me, and the knowledge they have given me. I am grateful that they have opened up my eyes and have enlightened me to take the reins of my own life. That is, if I want to live the life if I don't want to live the life that was destined for my own mother. The macho ideas that have been part of the Hispanic culture for quite some time are what have encouraged me to continue my education at a four-year university and eventually transfer to a law school to become a lawyer. In the long run, I hope to help minorities, despite their language barrier, their number in population, and their expected role in society, by protecting their rights as they are more prone to having them violated because they don't have enough representatives, and by reminding them that they too are Americans and thus possess the indispensable human rights given to them by the U.S. government. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ms. Martin, Ms. Julie, Ms. Zero, my parents, my family, and to the sponsors for their support and generosity.
You did. Oh, my turn? Yep. Okay. I will keep this short and sweet, just like Carla, because she is wonderful, and as you all heard how academically incredible she is, that's not why I nominated her. I nominated her because she's the type of student I want to see in my class every day. She's smiling, she's positive, she's hardworking, she's polite, and I know that all of these have come from sus padres. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. She's an awesome person, and she's going to get her dream, and she's going to help the minorities, and I feel it very strongly in my heart. Thank you.
You don't have to.
Do you want to say anything about your sister? Put you on the spot? No?
Yes,
We
want one person to speak.
Somebody speak.
She can interpret for you. You can say it in Spanish.
Nosotros somos la orgullosa familia de Carla. Estamos muy orgullosos de ella y creo que este es el principio de a dónde ella va a llegar. Gracias.
Will you just tell her what? Said, we are the proud family of Carla Ortiz, and I know that this is the beginning of where she's supposed to be.
Deben estar tener mucho orgullo, ¿no?
At this time, I'd like to welcome up Lisa Sullivan from Perris High School.
Squeeze close to me, I'll bite you. Come on in. Good morning or afternoon by now. We're all trying to make sure we fix our makeup before we come up. We're talking to Carla. I felt like I was talking to her. So wonderful, fabulous. We are so glad to be here. I'm going to go ahead and start by saying I'm very proud to be here with Shanice. She is amazing. I know she's not really smiling like she usually does right now, but every morning it's just all smiles and just a fabulous girl. She has a 3.8 GPA. And the reason why I truly enjoy being here is because of where we come from. And this is proof, Shanice is proof that Perris Lake produces awesome, awesome individuals. When I spoke with Shanice, she gave me her dreams, her goals, and one of her goals is to attend UCR. So we're going to push and fight for UCR because we can do it too. We talked about that because we go to Perris Lake doesn't mean that we don't get a chance to go to a four-year university. Our students can still go. We just have to make sure we do some extra things to get all caught up. And Shanice is willing to put forth the effort, and she's done that to pass all her classes, getting all A's with a 3.8 GPA. She's an amazing individual. She's all smiles. She has a really good group of friends. She's making sure that she is making great decisions rather than not. So I just want to say that I'm really proud to be here to stand next to her and to introduce her to you. I'm going to allow for her to tell you a little bit more about her goals and her dreams. She mentioned crime scene investigation, so I'll let her tell you more about that. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Shanice.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shanice Haynes, and I'm here with my mother, Batil, my cousin Markia, and my aunt Tara, and my older sister Shannon, and also my teacher, Miss Lana. I am a student that believes in working hard for what I want and need in life. I also believe that no matter what your situation is in life, that you can be someone and do something with your life. A lot of people look down and misjudge students that attend continuation schools, but I feel that no one should look down on any student because no one knows their situation. A student shouldn't be judged by the school they attend, but by the knowledge they obtain. I believe in excelling in school by being here every day, paying attention in class, and being a team player with classmates, and doing what I need to do in class. I've learned in life that you have to be determined and work hard for what you want, and I will continue that mindset when I go to college for working hard for my career. I plan to attend UCR for crime scene investigation because I have a determination for those who have lost their loved ones to bring them some kind of closure. Thank you everyone for being here and supporting me.
Hi everyone.
There you go, perfect.
Hi everyone. I met Shanice fall semester, and Shanice always sat in the back of the class, and Shanice never spoke to anybody, and Shanice sat in the back to the farthest left possible with her book up here. And over the course of the year, Shanice has had some things she needed to get help with and needed to overcome. Is that correct? And she is the first student to ask for help, which is very encouraging. She's willing to put her best foot forward, and without embarrassment, she can ask for help, she can tell you what she needs, and not only that, she's a team player in the class, and now she's moved up a couple rows in the center. Yeah. So I want to congratulate Shanice for really putting herself out there the last year and making friends, making good decisions, like you say, Ms. Sullivan. And I'm so proud of you for getting the 3.8 GPA. And I know you're going to make it to UCR. And you have a great family who's here to support you. And you will make it. And she's also one of the loveliest girls I have ever met in the 15 years of teaching. She is shy, she is compassionate, and she has the most empathy and the sweetest heart I've ever come in contact with in any school. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I want to thank the sponsors just for this. I'm representing the family. I'm her cousin, her older cousin. And I'm part of the blame for her shyness and her quietness. Our family we're very quiet. And we have to take baby steps to coming out of our shell. And I'm glad to hear that Shanice is doing so. Shanice has had a very long struggle throughout life, and people think it begins when you're older, but it started for her young. And I just love the way she perseveres. She know how to push, and make wise decisions. And she's a very thoughtful person and caring person. And even when someone told her, you can't do it, that's not what you should do, and she still stuck to her own beliefs and have faith and hope in herself, and pressed, and she's here, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her, and I'm always going to encourage her to do her heart's dreams, and always be there for her, and I want you to know that. Okay?
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Paloma Valley High School, Mr. Don Williamson, the principal. Thank you.
All right, I think we're all set. What a great bunch of kids this month, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I coming up last, it's like all the principals always say, the other people have already said the same thing that I wanted to say about my student. And so, yeah, I could talk about her academics and that sort of thing. I think that's a given. But one of the things that touched me today is, our Mayor Scott and the other people have talked about coming back and giving to our people. And I just want to give you an example of what Julie Fawn has done at our school. She was asked, maybe you'd like to be part of the robotics team. And she says, well, okay, maybe I'll do that. She went over to the robotics team. Her very first day there, the team was already working together and they were struggling with this problem. And she walked in and instantly she worked on it and they had the problem solved. They just went to a competition. There were 24 teams at the competition, at the robotics competition, and usually you go and you've got this idea that we're going to compete and go head to head. But what Julie did is she made a poster for every single team to put up to recognize their contribution to the robotics. And that's something that shows, hey, she's giving back. I could go on and give you additional examples, but I think it's really important that she talks to you and she tells you herself. So at this time, Julie Fawn.
Hi, my name is Julie, and I'd like to introduce my dad, Johnny, my mom, Jenny, and my grandma, Kim, and this is my wonderful teacher, Ms. Abadaka. So I want to either go to UCI or UC San Diego to go to college and be a biomedical engineer. I'm sorry, Dad, I won't be able to go to UCR and carpool with you. I can't. Currently at school, I love being involved in school and promoting a lot of school pride. I'm currently the president of the National Honor Society, part of Key Club, the robotics team and the Western Associations for School and Colleges. Okay, so first, the greatest contribution that I've made to my community is being able to be a part of the volunteering program at the Child Development Center in Menifee, next to Callie Kirkpatrick. It was a real-life experience for me. I was able to meet so many kids from so many different backgrounds, and it made me really thankful for everything that I've had. The most significant life lesson that I'll bring to college with me is that there are no shortcuts, and in order to achieve your greatest, you have to work hard, and you have to accept yourself for who you are. And a personal story that I like to share, an obstacle that I've been through is accepting myself. During freshman year, I had a lot of issues with my weight, and I was ordered to overcome that and join cross country and track in order to help achieve my goal of losing it. And I've learned throughout that whole experience that in order to love yourself, you have to accept yourself as a person first and to love others around you. And I'd like to thank you, all the sponsors, for their support and generosity in this wonderful program. So, yeah. Thank you.
Well, I'm Miss Apodaca. What can I say? I am such a fan of Julie Fan. She's such a wonderful student. It's been such a pleasure. I've known her since freshman. I had her in chemistry. I saw her help the robotics grow. They're in the championships now. When she took over that, amazing. It all turned around. She is networking with other clubs to help them compete. But anyway, it's been such a pleasure. I can't say more than that. The words cannot express about having a student like Julie. What I can say for all, I saw her as a Padawan, and she's grown into a Jedi. Thank you very much.
I make it short. Hi.
Get your daughter over here next to you. Yeah, we want to see her too.
Hi. First, I would like to thank you, our sponsor, and everyone involved in this program, this awesome program. And it's without you guys, it's not going to happen. So, and thank you everybody here today. And as a parent, I don't know how to say, impressed and how to proud of you, Julie. That study hard and done wonderful job at school. And always think about it. Without teacher and sponsor, partner, and your friends, you're gonna reach, would not succeed today. And always thank you to them. And thank you very much.
At this time I'd like to turn it back to Sally, but one thing that I think we neglect to recognize is how much Sally does for this program. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this program. So I think we need a round of applause for Sally.
Thank you. That was awfully kind of you. I appreciate it. But I have to tell you, if it wasn't for our community and for everyone in this room and all of our sponsors, we wouldn't have our program. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I have to say from the bottom of my heart, I love Student of the Month because I love being around not just community, but I love being around young people. Because I just think that there is so much that we can do to encourage our young people. And it's important that they know that not just within their family, because that is number one and critical, but that people in the community are also encouraging you all as well. So that's very important. I'd like to introduce our camera crew, and at this time I'd like to ask Randy Hughes. I know he can hear me. He's going to come around the corner real quick, and he's from Paloma Valley High School, and he's the one that is masterfully taking the video. Thank you very much, Mr. Randy. He has a wonderful crew from Paloma Valley High School, and I'd like to introduce them to you. This is the group outside. The audio team is Aaron Analt, and the video mixer is Joseph Angeles. So I know that they can't see us, but we can give them a quick round of applause. And the technical director is Derek Garcia, and he's also on the other side. So let's give him a little round of applause. And on our cameras, camera A, where's camera A? A, the cheerleader, Lauren Gray. Woo! And camera B. Camera B? All right. Peyton Roth. Miss Peyton. So that means this is camera C, and this is Gabe Ybarra. So thank you. Now they do get to eat too, but it's after they meticulously put all of the equipment and fold up and wrap up and all of the things that they do in a very meticulous manner, because Randy Hughes, he is disciplined, and they have to do things just so. They have to take good care of all this camera equipment. So as soon as it all gets back and packed in the car, they get to come and sit around a table and get to enjoy lunch. And I have to tell you, sometimes I sit with them, you wouldn't believe the ice cream cones they make. Pretty amazing. And I would like to also say that on behalf of the city of Perris, we want to thank them, because that is how the Time Warner Cable Television and the video gets taken care of and viewed. So we want to thank you very much for all that you do all these years, so that the community can be able to hear and see what we get to witness in person. So thank you for that. And you know, at the very end, I always like to share and close from a quote from John C. Maxwell. And as I was listening to you girls, I was taking some copious notes, and there's just a few little things that I wanted to say. And Kimberly Cherry, where's Miss Kimberly? I want to make sure right there, that's what I thought. And I love your name, by the way. I really like it. And I liked your confidence. I really did. And what I like the fact is that your contribution is your devotion to help others. And that's really awesome, because in today's society and world, you know, it's a fast-paced world. We think that everything should be as fast food, right? And texting and all that stuff, and we really get sometimes kind of carried away with ourselves. So it's refreshing to see a young lady as yourself wanting to be able to help others and be very genuine about that, and that you're not afraid to ask questions. I do that all the time, so it's a good thing. Very, very good thing. And with Miss Carla, and I really admire you as well. And I love the fact that you're going to take this special trip to the Dominican Republic and be able to help others. That is very exciting. And I know you'll get into Harvard. I got into Harvard. I went and walked on campus. And I did that years ago. I had already graduated from Pepperdine. But I loved it. I even carried around a Harvard backpack until it tore apart. So I need to go back and get another one. But I like the fact that you believe that your lesson that you've learned is the pursuit of happiness. And I think for all of us, that's very important. And what a great country that we live in, that we can all have that pursuit of happiness. And I thought it was, I admired your comments about the old-fashioned beliefs, but I got to tell you, girl, that I have some old-fashioned beliefs, and I want don't let that be a hurdle or a stumble to you, okay? Because it is okay to have some old-fashioned beliefs, and as a mother of 3, and I own a number of restaurants in the community, and I love to get back, and I was really very committed to being a good mother, but yet I worked at the same time that I was a mother. I had help though. I had help in my house. That was very important, I have to say that. But I really want to encourage you, because one of the greatest gifts that we have too is also being a mom, because it's being that mother that gives that foundation to our kids. So I want to say to your mother, we really admire you. You have raised a very strong daughter, and that is great. So really, really excited about that. And Shanice, you are a beautiful young lady. You definitely are, and I love your family and the family that you brought with you today. That is just extremely special. Family is important. It is very, very important. And I like the fact that you want to participate in the criminal justice, system. That is very important, to be able to reach out and to be able to help others and get closure, for others. That is very, very special. And I like your determination and your willingness to work hard. That is very, very impressive. And Miss Julie, where is Miss Julie? The little gal that works for me, her last name is Pham, and so they always say that I'm part of the family. But so I get all of that, and I loved it. Thought that was very cute. I love your volunteer attitude, and that really says you have a heart of service, that you want to help others, and that really help others is a part of the theme that we've heard today with all of our young ladies, and that you want to be able to help young families as well, and that there's no shortcuts in life, and that is true. There are no shortcuts. And there's in John Maxwell's book, he talks about that you really can't get ahead working 9 to 5. You've got to put in the extra time and that due diligence. And so thank you for sharing that with us today. We appreciate it. And so at the very end, my quote, and it's very short, it's from John Maxwell, and it's the word legacy. And I like that, and I think that relates to all of you young ladies today. And this is what he says: I often tell people that we can choose today what we want people to say about us tomorrow. Here's what you need to know. If you want to visualize your legacy tomorrow, you must value it today. It's quite simple. He says, do the things today that you want people to say about you tomorrow, because today determines your legacy. And what's really wonderful is you can even start it today, but you girls started it a long time ago. You did, because you so far are leaving an amazing legacy. And look what you've shared with us. You've shown dedication, determination. You're never going to give up, and you're going to continue to strive for the best. And so just remember to always do the right thing. And like what was said earlier today, never compromise your character or your integrity, because that is what we value the most about your legacy. It's not what you've accomplished, but it's really that character and integrity that truly counts, and that's what's going to make you all continually successful. With that, that concludes our program. And Sarah's going to take a picture of us, all of the students and our 2 mayors out in front. Is that correct? All right. And all of our chamber folks. And we'll make sure we get your gift bags and take them out there too. So may God richly bless you. Oh, I have an announcement. Thank you. Okay, I got so carried away with you girls, I forgot my announcement. This is actually for all of our sponsors. This is important for you to know. We've been telling you for the last few years that we're going to remodel the Sizzler. Guess what? It's coming around the corner. And we anticipate that remodel to happen to start in March, which means that very likely for our March and our April Student of the Month programs, we will not be at the Perris Sizzler. We plan to go to the Murrieta Sizzler for now I want you all to hear this, a breakfast that would start approximately 8:30 a.m. And you hear that a.m. in the morning, okay? And if you have a hard time waking up, I text a lot of other people in the Murrieta and the Temecula program to make sure they're there on time. I can text you. But Sarah and Lori will be sending out notices to let you know for sure. Because we could be here in March, we may not be in here in March, but I just want to make sure that when you receive your March notice for Student of the Month, you read the notice entirely, because it will tell you where we're meeting, okay? And then just sort of a little heads up, the Student of the Year event is going to be a dinner like we always do, but it's going to be at Monteleone Meadows this year, not at the Lake Elsinore Storm. Okay, so I just want to let you know that. Then the Student of the Year dinner will be in May, and more information will come out about that. But I just want to give you all a heads up, and I just have to say that when we get ready to do this remodel, you're going to really love your Perris Sizzler. And I want to say thank you to the folks at City of Perris. We've been working with them, and we're in the final stages, so we're very excited. So with that, we now conclude our program.